Okay, so today we'll take some of the again gear problems. So last week we have solved two problems. So today we'll take a couple of problems. Okay, so just read the problem. What it says: two involute gears of 20-degree pressure angle are in mesh. So that is a pressure angle given as a 20-degree. The number of teeth on pinion is 20, so that is what a small t. Pinion for what a small t, and gear is for what a capital. So small t equal 20, and the gear ratio is how much given, a 2. So g, that is what a gear ratio is, what a speed of the pinion to the speed of the gear, or number of teeth on gear to the number of teeth on pinion, or diameter of the gear to the diameter of the pinion. So the relation is there. So speed ratio or gear ratio equal to what? N1 by N2, that's equal to capital T by small t, that's equal to capital D by small d, or that's equal to capital R by small r. So capital R is what? The radius of the wheel, and small r is what? Radius of the pinion. Okay, so next he has given if the pitch expressed in module is 5 mm. So he has given the module as 5 mm, and the pitch line speed is 1.2 meter per second. So he has given you the velocity 1.2 meter per second. Assuming addendum as standard and equal to one module. So addendum will equal to what? Equal to module. So module already given as 5 mm. So that means addendum equal to module, that's equal to what? 5 mm. And what he asking? He asking to determine the angle turned through by pinion when one pair of teeth is in mesh, and maximum velocity of sliding. So here we have two different parameters to be calculated. So till now we are calculating only length of path of contact, length of arc of contact, and contact ratio in the last week problems. But now we got a new parameter to determine, that is angle turned by pinion. So we have different formulae to calculate the angle turned by pinion, the angle turned by wheel, and the maximum velocity of sliding. Okay, so the velocity of sliding, we have three types of velocity of sliding. One is during engagement of the gears. The velocity, the sliding velocity during the engagement of the gears is always maximum, and at the pitch point is where two pitch circles of pinion and gears are intersect. Then the velocity of sliding during the disengagement. So one is during the engagement or beginning of the meshing, other is at the pitch point, and the third one is what? The sliding velocity at the disengagement or at the end of the meshing. Okay, so first we'll go through the formula, which formula to be used to determine these parameters. So now you see the formula here. The angle turned by pinion is given by what? The length of arc of contact into 360 degree divided by circumference of the pinion. Okay, so again the length of path of contact is given by what? The length of path of contact divided by cos phi. And the length of path of contact, you know that it is sum of the length of path of approach plus the length of path of recess, that is Kp plus Pl as shown in the sketch. Okay, so this is what angle turned by the pinion. So if you want to calculate the angle turned by the gear, use the same equation, that is equal to what? The length of arc of contact into 360 degree divided by what? The circumference of the wheel. If you are determining pinion, circumference of the pinion. If determining the wheel, it is circumference of the wheel. Okay, that is a one. Next, to determine the, first go through the formula to be used to determine the parameters. Now you see maximum velocity of sliding. So it is given by what equation? Maximum velocity of sliding, or sliding at the beginning of the engagement, that is given by Vs equal to omega 1 plus omega 2 into kp. So kp is what? The length of path of approach. So omega 1 is what? Angular velocity of the pinion. Omega 2 is what? Angular velocity of a gear. Now look at it, how determine v omega 1 omega 2. You see here the equation omega 1 equal to what? V by r, velocity, rolling velocity or velocity divided by r, small r for pinion and capital R for a gear. Okay. Now to determine the length of path of contact, we will calculate the length of path of approach and length of path of a recess. Okay, so based on the given data, so pressure angle to 20 degree, small t, number of teeth on pinion 20, gear ratio equal to 2, that I already told the relation capital T by small t or capital R by small r or capital D by small r, sorry, capital D by small d or n1 by n2 or omega 1 by omega 2, that is the relation. So V equal to 1.2 meter per second, addendum equal to 1 module, that is a 5 mm, and module equal to 5 mm already given. So we'll find out first the radius of P circle of pinion as well as a gear. So for pinion, small r equal to small mt by 2, so that's equal to m equal to 5, t equal to 20 by 2, so you got 50 mm. Next, P circle of the wheel, capital R equal to m capital T by 2, that's equal to m gt. See, g equal to what? Capital T by small t, the relation. So what you can substitute, in place of capital T you can substitute g into t. So g is a gear ratio, that one already given as a 2, and small t is the number of teeth on pinion given as a 20. So you can get how much? 100 mm for a radius of P circle of wheel. Now going for next calculation, so we'll find the radius of addendum circle of pinion as well as a wheel. So small r equal to small r plus addendum, so that is 50 plus 5, 55 mm. Radius of addendum circle of wheel, that is capital R A, r plus capital R plus addendum, that is 100 plus 5, 105 mm. So now you already know the length of path of approach equation, that is equal to square root of capital R A square minus r square cos square 5 minus r sin 5. So substitute the values here. 105 square minus 100 square cos square 20 degree minus 100 sin of 20 degree. So 100 is what? Capital R, and RA equal to what? The radius of addendum circle of wheel. So you got how much? 12.65 mm. Similarly, the length of path of recess is given by, you can see there, the path of contact during the disengagement also. So that is equal to what? Square root of small r square minus r square cos square 5 minus small r sin 5. So that's equal to square root of, substitute the values, 55 square minus 50 square cos square 20 degree. So you substitute the values, you get what are the length of path of recess as a 11.5 mm. So you know that the length of path of contact is what? Is sum of the length of path of approach and the length of path of a recess. Add those two, 12.65 plus 11.5, you got a 24.15 mm. So once you know the length of path of contact, we can determine the length of arc of contact, that is equal to what? Length of path of contact divided by cos 5. So that's equal to 24.15 divided by cos 20 degree. So that's equal to what? 25.7 mm. So that is what? Length of arc of contact. So next we can use these values to determine the angle turned by the pinion. So that's equal to what? Length of arc of contact into 360 degree divided by circumference of the pinion. So circumference of pinion is what? 2 pi into r. Small r for a pinion, capital R for a wheel. So substitute value, length of arc of contact 25.7 into 360 degree divided by 2 pi into r, small r. Small r equal to how much? 50 mm. So you got how much angle? 29.45 degree. Then we'll go for what? Calculating the maximum velocity of sliding or the sliding velocity during the engagement. So that to determine that, what is the formula? Vs equal to omega 1 plus omega 2 into Kp. Kp is what? The length of path of approach. So we'll find that omega 1 and omega 2. So by using relation, the velocity, the pitch line velocity or rolling velocity V equal to relation omega 1 into R, that's equal to omega 2 into R. Using the first two relation, omega 1 equal to V by small r. So substitute that V given as 120 divided by R is what? 5. So convert the velocity is in a meter per second, convert that into mm per second, because R is in mm. So make V also in mm, or you can make R in meter, then you calculate. You'll get the same answer, 24 radius per second. Similarly, go for omega 2, that is angular velocity of wheel, that's equal to V by capital R, that's equal to 110 divided by 10, that's equal to 12 radius per second. Now substitute here in the maximum velocity of sliding equation or sliding velocity at the engagement. So Vs equal to omega 1 plus omega 2 into Kp. So that's equal to what? 12 plus, 24 plus 12 into 12.65. So you got 455.4 mm per second. Okay. So this is one problem. So going for the second one, similar to this, a pair of gears having 40 and 20 teeth respectively are rotating in mesh. The speed of the smaller being 2000 rpm, smaller means pinion, 2000 rpm, so that is n1. Determine the velocity of sliding between the gear teeth faces at the point of engagement, at the pitch point, at the point of disengagement. If the smaller gear is the driver, assume that the gear teeth are 20-degree involute, form addendum length is 5 mm and that of model is 5 mm. Also find the angle through which the pinion turns while any pair of teeth are in contact. So he is given the number of teeth on pinion as well as gears, okay, and he has given the speed of the pinion. Smaller is what? Always pinion. Then he asking what? Just what you calculated, the maximum velocity during the velocity during engagement, the velocity during pitch point, the velocity during a disengagement. Okay, so let us see first of the data given. So you see here, number of teeth given for a gear, capital T equal to 40, small t equal to 20, n1 speed of the pinion 2000 rpm, pressure angle phi equal to 20 degree, addendum 5 mm, model 5 mm. Okay, so what is the formula? We know already. The velocity of sliding at the engagement is given by what? Omega 1 plus omega 2 into the length of path of approach. The velocity during the disengagement, sliding velocity during the disengagement, that is given by omega 1 plus omega 2 into the length of path of recess. And at the pitch point, always the sliding velocity is a 0. So using that, the given data, we can calculate the angular velocity of smaller gear or pinion omega 1 equal to, you know the formula, 2 pi n1 divided by 60. So substituting that, we got 209.5 radians per second. Similarly, angular velocity of largest gear, that is a drive follower, omega 2 equal to omega 1 into capital T by, small t by capital T, using the gear ratio. So you can determine the velocity, angular velocity of the gear. So substituting that, you got a 104.75 radius per second. Okay, similarly, P circle radius of smaller gear, small r equal to mt by 2, that's equal to m is 5 mm, t is 20 by 2, so 50 mm. Similarly, the P circle radius of larger gear, that is a wheel, capital R equal to mt by 2, 5 into 40 by 2, you got 100. Radius of addendum circle of smaller gear, RA equal to R plus addendum 55 mm. Radius of addendum circle of larger gear, capital RA equal to capital R plus addendum, so 105 mm. So the next we can determine what the length of path of approach. So that is what a capital RA square, square root of capital RA square minus R square cos square phi minus R sin phi. Substituting the values, you got a 12.65 mm. Similarly, the length of path of recess during disengagement, so that is what square root of minus square root of small RA square minus R square cos square phi minus small R sin phi. So substituting values, you got 11.5 mm. So now we can calculate the velocity of sliding at the engagement. Substituting that, omega 1 plus omega 2 into length of path approach, so you got what 3975 mm per second. Similarly, the sliding velocity at the pitch point, you see here what it says, the velocity of sliding is proportional to the distance of the contact point from the pitch point. So at the pitch point, the contact point is what it is a 0. So that's why you can say that always at the pitch point the velocity of sliding is a 0. That you can write a comment. Now we can determine the sliding velocity at the disengagement, or you can say sometime the minimum sliding velocity. So that is given what omega 1 plus omega 2 into the length of path of recess. So substitute the values here, 209.5 plus 104.75 into length of path of recess is 11.5. You got 3614 mm per second. So now once you determine the length of path of the velocities at the engagement and disengagement at the pitch point, one more parameter asking the angle turned by the pinion. So that already we know in the previous problem, it is given by length of arc of contact into 360 degree divided by circumference of the pinion. Okay, so length of arc of contact is what it is a length of path of contact, so that we can determine length of path of approach plus length of path of recess. So substitute values so 12.65 plus 11.5, you got 24.15. Then length of arc of contact equal to length of path of contact divided by cos phi. So that is 24.15 divided by cos 20 degree, that's equal to 25.7 mm. Then circumference of the smaller gear, that is a 2 pi r, so that's equal to what, 2 pi small r equal to 50, so 314.2 mm. Then a substitute value in the angle turned by the pinion, so length of arc of contact 25.7 into 360 degree divided by circumference of pinion 314.2, so you got 29.45 degree. So this is the way you have to calculate. So today you have seen 3 or 4 additional parameters. So one is sliding velocity at the engagement, sliding velocity at the disengagement, and sliding velocity at the pitch point, and angle turned by the pinion, and also the angle turned by the wheel, so that we can see tomorrow. Okay, so just go through these problems and use calculator, solve these. Okay, so any doubts, you send me across any doubts, messages, and tomorrow we'll see some other 2 to 3 problems. Okay, thank you.